Welcome back to Art of Awakening. This is Ona Christie, and I am super excited here to have my friend Jackie Rushton. We are doing a bee deck, and I want to tell you about it. Okay, so maybe show this first one. This is the very first card. So let me introduce Jackie briefly. Jackie is a wise woman practitioner, herbalist, and beemistriss, and she had this idea to do an oracle deck all about honeybees. And I met her last summer at a workshop that she was leading along with another beemistriss. And as soon as I got to this workshop, I was like, oh my God, it would be so cool to do an oracle deck with bees, because if you've been following me, you're familiar with my spirit animal deck. But then the next thought was like, oh no, I don't know enough about bees to do that. And then we got to talking, and Jackie was like, oh, I really want to do this bee deck, and I've got it all written out. And so it was amazing the way it was amazing. Yeah, so that's how it got started, and now it's getting rolling. So we're just gonna introduce the very first card, and I'll let you do that introduction, and we'll just kind of take it from there, because I would love Jackie to explain what this is. It's a swarm. You can kind of hold it up.
Well, we have 48 cards in the deck, and we started with the swarm. It's just such a beautiful, she did a beautiful interpretation of the swarm. As you can see, bees here, there's all this energy. When a hive is ready to swarm, it is when everything is right in the world. So all this energy, all this preparation has gone into it. The weather's good, the stores are good, everything has been everything's been going along just the way it should. This is how bees reproduce. So what would happen is that they would be prepared, and they would make the decision to go and raise some young queens, and then take the old queen and go find a new home. That's a lot of planning, a lot of preparation that goes into it. Yeah. When a swarm happens, the energy in a swarm is phenomenal. You can stand in the midst of thousands of bees doing this, and they won't sting you, because they have their purpose and they're very focused on what they're doing. I love how she put into the picture, it's such an orgasmic type of energy in a swarm. And so you can really see that in the woman in the background, her face, the spiral, that's how they move, and then settling into the tree as they're getting ready to send out their scouts to find the perfect home. Yeah.
And so it's like this really regenerative, very much exciting kind of energy. And when I first tuned in, because I do this intuitively, the first thing they showed me was this beautiful blue. And now I don't work with bees, so I don't have a lot of a lot of experience. I'm learning a lot. The bees are working with me a lot to help this happen. So they showed me the blue first, and then they showed me this beautiful kind of blue goddess. And you had something to say about that, I think.
They swarm on clear sky days. I mean, it has to be very beautiful. They're not going to swarm in rain. They're not going to swarm when it's cold. So this blue was really symbolic of the kind of sky they're looking for when they're swarming. So you really tuned into it intuitively. It's a nice, beautiful day, and you can hear it. The vibration in the air is so intense. So you really got that with all the swirling going on.
Right. And I wanted to show the cluster of bees, the actual swarm, as well as the idea. You really were like, you've got to get this idea of the energy of the actual flight and the swarm. So it was like I didn't even know how the heck this is all going to come together, because I'd look at pictures of swarms and it's just a blob. Right?
But you did a great job with how, you can see them. The queen is probably up there already in the middle, and they're all being drawn to her as they're coming out of their initial home and clustering up.
And I just love how protective they are of her, because she's so vulnerable when she comes out of the hive, and she's really the heart, right, of everything that the hive is.
She is the one that ensures their ability to create anew. She holds all their eggs. So
and I didn't realize that, like, this isn't a mating flight. This is like the old queen, but it is like the hive reproducing itself. So And then when I initially had, I didn't have the leaves or anything. And Jackie's like, oh no, you got to have leaves in there.
Because it's about life. It's about,
Yeah.
total life. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is probably going to be the card in the deck that is the most positive. If you can associate it with a tarot deck, it would be like the Sun card. Everything is there.
Oh, that's an interesting
Yeah,
Cool.
everything is right. Everything is moving. Planning has taken place. Everything's come together perfectly to.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Jackie. It's so exciting working with you. And I just want to say that if you are interested in this deck, if you want to, I don't have it, it's going to be a while. It's going to be a long work in progress sometimes, because it looks like there's going to be 48 cards in this deck. And it's like we're kind of working at it as we can. But if you're interested in being kept in the loop, you can subscribe. You can follow me on Instagram. That link is below. And I'll try to set up an email list so that you can follow along on that too, because at some point we'll be, just offering probably a nice sort of pre like a crowdfunding or something like that to get this thing going. But anyway, so follow us along, share this video with anybody that you know that loves bees and would like to support bees, because Jackie's doing amazing work with the bees in spirituality and supporting the bees. And this really is meant to support that work. So all right, thank you, Jackie.
Thank you.
Take it easy. We'll catch you again soon.